Regulatory reforms in Nigeria have propelled the sub-Saharan African economy to among the most improved in the World Bank's rankings for ease of doing business. The Doing Business report measures the cost to firms of business regulations in 190 countries. In our series, we continue to look at the rankings of several African countries. Today, we monitor Egypt, which has jumped 6 places in this report. Yasser Hakim has the details.
The World Bank report has reflected an improvement in the ease of doing business in Egypt. Some of these improvements can be attributed to better infrastructure.
The 4 aspects that saw a better performance are the ease of establishing business, better access to electricity all year round, the tax collection system, and protecting minority shareholders. As for the finance sector, banks have eased the facilities and conditions to offer loans for foreign investors.
One of the main challenges facing businessmen in Egypt is red tape and bureaucracy. Adel Nasser, an Egyptian businessman, says he faced such issues before, but he confirmed that investors have been working with the government lately to remove these hurdles.
The latest amendments in the investment law have been based on our chamber's suggestions and talks with the government. One of the issues we pushed for was to allow investors to transfer their profits abroad and in dollars too. It was prohibited before. Another obstacle we worked on is to reduce the time needed to release imported raw materials from the ports. It used to take ages and incurs huge costs on investors. Now it has become faster and easier to receive your raw material for production.
Experts say there were promising developments in the last couple of months. First is the drop in interest rates by the central bank and further cuts expected before the end of the year. This will facilitate loans for businesses to be established or to expand. Secondly are the new free zones where factories can be built free from red tape with attractive tax-free incentives.
The government has allocated pieces of land in most cities free of charge for industrial projects. This was done to encourage businesses to establish factories, begin production, and employ skilled workers. Incentives are given for investments, especially in Upper Egypt, that has a lot of potential.
These steps could encourage more investors to put up shop in Egypt. However, in spite of the improvements, Egypt is still ranked 114 out of 190 countries. It has to climb up that ladder if it wants to attract more investments in the near future. And to do so, some experts believe Cairo has to work harder on easing regulations for businesses.
There are several regulations that need attention, like registering loyalty rights, fighting corruption, as well as new bankruptcy laws. Another issue is the speed in executing court decisions and protecting contracts. This has to be addressed to increase foreign investments in the country.
Egypt says it targets to attract $10 billion of investments in 2020, up from the current $7 billion. Yasser Hakim for CGTN, Cairo.